Well, I should be live, I think. I have to check. I think I logged into I was under the wrong profile, so it should be good to go now. Oh, yep, there we go. Yep, we are live. Such as it is, I am full. What to eat? Got my tummy full. Hello, how's it going, Drew? Oh, man. Got my tummy full, just got in a while ago, and debating on whether to go live or not, and I thought, well, might as well. I pretty much caught up on everything I need to do for the first time in a while. I got one uh, review left to do. Hello, Oscar. How's it going, my friend? You doing well? I am just chilling, uh, hanging out. Went down to a local uh, restaurant here. Had meatloaf. Man, that meatloaf was about that thick. I mean, it was like this, but I mean, it was thick, but it was good and juicy and tender and just the right amount of sauce on it. And green beans and mashed taters. Can't get much better than that. But yeah, it was really good. And it has some banana pudding after that, and that's where I really overdid it. But I don't generally, very rarely do I ever get desserts after eating, but it just really sounded good. I got me a camera. I did a review on it, and the camera works exactly like it's supposed to work, a security camera, but it keeps like timing out after 10 minutes. And my understanding is this is a true PIR, which means it goes by heat. The $30 cameras, they go by pixels when they're detecting motion and stuff. Uh, but they stay on indefinitely on their tablet or whatever. This, at 10 minutes, it times out. So I'm looking at a Reolink. I think that's what it was. But I'll have to save up for that one. I mean, it's only 127 bucks, but found a new barbecue place here. We really liked it. We are stuffed. Oh, yeah? Well, you're not too, let's see. Where, I can't remember. You are in Texas. Uh, was you in, I can't remember if you was in Fort Worth. Corpus. Okay. I can't remember if you was in Fort Worth or San Antonio. I was thinking San Antonio. I wasn't too far off. But, you know what's crazy about the drive from Wichita Falls to Corpus is when it's really pretty north of San Antonio, but for some reason, somewhere in the middle of San Antonio, it gets like no trees and stuff and flat. It's just kind of weird, you know. It's kind of like that all the way on down to Corpus, but north of San Antonio, of course, up here it's flat and mesquite trees. It's just weird how it changes at San Antonio. I guess you get coming out of the hill country, getting down in the valley. Uh, well, we were talking about going, but we're going. I think we're going to plan a trip to New Orleans. But there used to be not in Corpus, but when you're going out to the island, when you go across that big bridge, I think we're in Cardor. There's nobody here though. Uh, there was a seafood place underneath the bridge that goes out to the island. Was that out to Padre? I always ate there. Every time I'd go down there, I'd eat there, and it was really good. From here to San Antonio, especially, that's like going from here to Amarillo or something. People sometimes used to ask me, "Where's Wichita Falls?" I said, "It's the gate of hell." because you can go east of here and it starts getting pretty. But from Wichita Falls west all the way over to New Mexico, it's ugly. I mean, it's just farmland, flat. I mean, you got, you know, some little hills here and there, and then when you get off of the highway back onto the ranches and stuff like that, there's some little canyons and a little structure on the ground. But maybe across the street. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, there was a restaurant. Because I know when you go through Corpus and go all the way through town, you go out like when you're fixing to go out on the island, but you exit and then underneath, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm hoping it's still there. It's been probably 15 years. Well, no. Yeah, 15, 16, 17 years ago since I've been down there. So, tomorrow will be fun. Trump comes to town. Oh, he's gonna he's gonna make the big Corpus. Apparently, there was a State of the Union the other night. I didn't even know about it. I just saw people ask on Facebook saying, "What do you think about him?" I commented, "I didn't even know there was one, but I don't keep up with it." Of course, you got different opinions and different thoughts. System message. 19. Oh, my phone's about to die. I don't know what the deal is. I switched to Snoopy's. I don't know. Well, years ago, that was. I mean, it was on the mainland side, not before you go across to was that Mustang Island or whatever. Uh, Padre. It was on the Corpus side, but it was like under the bridge, or like you exited and like the bridge was right over here, but the shrimp boats and stuff and fishing boats would come in right there. I hope it's still there. I don't know. But back then, there wasn't nothing else really around there. It's like you you got away from the businesses and stuff. And what was that? We always used to stay at Anchor Inn in Corpus because it was like heading out, but you could stay right there. They used to have a big boat that was out in front of it, but last time I was there, I think they moved that boat. It's the story they told us. This was when my kid's mom was alive. That was back in the 90s. It might have been. We might have went down there before my son was born. He was born in '89. Might have been '87 or '88. But they said a hurricane blew that boat up there, and they left it there at the Anchor Inn. But yeah, you just keep going. And there was a seafood place right down there. Wasn't really fancy, just your normal coastal cafe. Anyway, yeah, it was good though. Yeah, I get when you spend time down in that area or Gulfport, and the size of the shrimp, and then when you come up here, and that shrimp down there was just regular shrimp, and up here it is called jumbo. I'm like, that's just the regular shrimp. Let me know next time you're here, and we'll take you to a good seafood place. Oh, okay. I haven't been down there, man. Last time I was down there, I went and met somebody, and we wound up going and playing pool. Uh, and she went home, and I got a hotel, and then I came home the next day because it's what I think it's 8 hours from here to Corpus, so it's not very far. I mean, that's a long ways, but yeah, I liked it down there. Last time I was down there, though, it was weird because the times that I'd been there before, the beaches were clean and everything. And when the last time I was down there, they was having to plow the beaches every day. They said ever since some hurricane. It would have been 15, 20 years ago now. But they said ever since then, it like stirred up the bottom, and a lot of the seaweed washes up on the beaches, and they have to clean them off every day. Black bears on the North Beach is a favorite of ours. This was right underneath. There's like a bridge that goes out, but I may be remembering it wrong. But I just remember you like went below the bridge before you went out across. It was like right on the edge of the land. The beach. The beach. Now I think we're going to go to New Orleans just for a little 2 or 3 day getaway. It's not much further to New Orleans than it is to Corpus. That's crazy. I mean, you can go a little bit east or just pretty much due south, about the same distance. I just don't want to go to Mardi Gras. I don't care anything about that. I was past that 30 years ago. But and I hope that I'm not disappointed in New Orleans because it's been 40 years ago since I've been to New Orleans. And I just remember them hanging out, you know, playing music and kids dancing, and they have their buckets out there and collecting money, but and art and people painting stuff. I don't know. Hello, Grace. You're good. We're just sitting there talking about Corpus Christi and New Orleans and just chilling. I don't. I just got home a few minutes ago. Went out to eat, and I think it was a little after 9 when I logged in, so I haven't just turned on the computer. Did Wendy and Ray come in? I haven't seen them. No, they didn't come in last night. I don't know. I think I saw a pop up earlier today. I guess Ray went live earlier today, but I was in the middle of researching these security cameras, and there it is. Video playback exceeds 10 minutes without interaction. Can you continue for security reasons? My old camera, which I wound up giving it to the guy across the street because I really like this one. The picture was better and the software was better, but I guess it times out. And from my research, most all of them do. Even the high dollar ones, they time out unless you're on the dedicated ones that plug into the NVR or I don't know. Hello, pork chop. Howdy, howdy. But, and I had an opportunity. Yeah, no, was it a DVR? Yeah, it might have been. It's what all the network cables plug into the back of it, and then you plug that into your router. But I had a chance to do a review on one of those. They sent it to me, or it sent me the email yesterday, but it was 4 cameras and then that DVR thing. It had a 2 terabyte hard drive in it. But you got to run all those cables, and I don't want to run all those. I've got there was a little hole that had been fixed going out from my wall up under the carport, and I got a long screwdriver, and I made the hole big again so I could run a cord out there. But I don't want to try to run 4 different network cables through that little bitty hole and make it bigger. So, Oscar, I see you said Trump is coming to town. Where is that at? Where is that? God. Oh, maybe he's going fishing. Couldn't you just see Trump out there fishing? I bet. I bet that man has never. I mean, I got nothing against him, but he's just a city fella, I bet he ain't never held a rod and reel in his hand. Not legitimately, anyway. I don't know. It'd be cool to see somebody like him at the Bass Pro Shop. Sure, probably here to piss people off. as good as deep sea fishing. Oh, really? Hello, Tim. Just Oscar's talking about Trump gonna pay him a visit down there at Corpus. I tell you what, days like today, I was wanting to go fishing, but I know the water temperature. Although they have been catching some crappie in about 10 foot of water. I kind of keep up with it, but next month they should be up in the shallows. And I'm gonna get. I think turn on battery saver. Why don't I just plug it in? If I can stay caught up, I'm gonna get to go fishing. I've turned more down in the last 2 or 3 months than I ever thought I would. If it don't pay, if it don't have sales, if it's not on creator connections, then unless it's something that I really want, I turn it down. And the cameras, I turned them down. There was like $359 or something, but that's a lot of work to run 4 cameras. Can't wait to do some fishing and get some outdoor content going in. That's my plan. I'm going to try to push Dirty Shoes Adventures and get it going again. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I've got the vehicle now, and I like the wireless camera. I was looking at one today, a Rio Link, I think was it. I mean, it's electric, but I've got an out for it because I put the hole through the wall. I've got a power cord out there, but it runs on Wi-Fi, so then I don't have to run the Ethernet cable back into the house. So, and a DVR or whatever, and all that. I want to try it out, but it's $127, so I'm not going to be getting it anytime soon. It'll be one of them deals I'll just kind of have to save up, and if it works out, it works out. If it don't, this camera works great, and it does record. But like if it's asleep or not asleep, but it just basically looks like it's asleep. You can go out there and walk, move around, and it doesn't wake it up or nothing. But it does trigger the recorder, so the camera is doing what it's supposed to do. But these kind of cameras are not made to run 24/7 as a monitor. And even the Rio Link, you have to download TinyCam or VLC to run on your Windows or your Android device, whatever. And you can add solar charging to them too. I went this one, because I couldn't get my old one. I had my USB-C cord running from in here, out the wall, out the wall, and up the wall, and had it plugged into the bottom of that camera. It was supposed to run off solar, but it would accept that short. I could keep it powered like that. This one, I use that same USB-C cord, and it's not detecting it for some reason. It detected the big power bank. I plugged that in, left that running on it last night. It detected that fine. And so I got up on the carport today and put a solar panel. Had to go up and then onto the roof a little bit because those trees are going to be filling in here in another couple of months. So to get enough sunlight, I had to move it a little onto the roof, not just on top of the carport. Because on top of the carport, it doesn't get enough sun. I've got some really, I think they're nice yard lights that run down my driveway. They last till midnight, and then they fade out. Well, excuse me, 3 or 4 of them last, but the other ones don't get enough sun to stay charged. Cameras, yes, I keep applying for media credentials for local concerts, but no luck yet. Got some camera. I'd like to try a different kind of camera still. I was wanting to, on Amazon, on the Creator Connections, they have a new deal. It's a pay per click. I forget the letters they use, but it's like the old school stuff. But they send, depending on what on Amazon products, what you have sold the most of, and what Amazon thinks that you could get the most clicks on. And I was scrolling through the list, and I had the DJI. Is it Insta360? Is that DJI? I haven't watched Andre in a while. Now I can't really remember. But anyway, they had that on there. So I sent them a message and said, if you would like this reviewed, I'd be glad to review it for you. I'll be learning how to use my GoPro this year. Cool. Ain't nothing to it. You turn it on. Well, I mean, there's 3 or 4 settings in there that you can change to get it a little bit better. But really, GoPro's the only thing I've ever messed with, and it works fine out of the box. But you can change it from 8-bit to 16-bit, I think. Can't remember now. Been a while since I used it. I like GoPro. The only problem I have with GoPro is they overheat, and really, that's the only thing. That's my only complaint about them. And I've heard people say, "Oh, they don't overheat." I've used it in here, air conditioned, and it overheats. But it's because I'm using the high bit rate and recording it 4K or 8K. Can't remember now, but it would overheat. But they work. No. Hello, Kason. I think it's a GoPro 11. I think that's what I got. I think I have a 9 and 11. I used to review several of the cheaper ones, and some of those wasn't bad if you the stabilization on them was awful. But if you was putting them on a tripod, they wasn't bad. Just my 2 cents, but ditch the GoPro and get either a DJI or Insta360. Oh, so DJI is not the 360. It's DJI is Osmo, isn't it? Osmo. Yeah. I have a couple of GoPro Hero 3s, but I bought them used and don't know the password. I don't even know. Oh, here it is. Right here. I don't even know what model this one is. Emily's dad or her stepdad, they was gonna throw it away, and she got it, and we can't see it. She got it, and she brought it to me. She goes, if you could use it, it's made in the waterproof case, so it must be like a 3 or I don't know. I took the SD card out of it, and I used it. I used it for something. Oh, when I was making the video for the micro SD card. But yeah, I don't know which one it is. Hey, Steve, how's it going? I'm over here choking. It's all right, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But it uses that type of plug, and I don't remember. It's like a USB B, or USB LQMZ or whatever. I don't know. Not A or a C, that's for sure. I don't know. I've always just used GoPro. I never had anything different. Like I said, the only thing I get against GoPro is they overheat. That's my only thing. Doing the dishes. I didn't have to do dishes. We went out to eat earlier. Just a matter of fact, just got in right at 9 o'clock. So we'll be going here in a little bit. It's some good meatloaf though. This restaurant here, they only have it every once in a while. It's good. It's the second place I know where you can eat meatloaf in the Wichita Falls area. It's good, like homemade. Had Chili's for dinner. I get, let's see, what is that? Ranch. It's a hamburger they have at Chili's. It's really good. What was that? Something ranch burger. A little messy, but it's a big old thick thing. You can cut it in half and eat the other half the next day. Oh yeah, Steve, I forgot all about that hat. I forgot all about it. When you said that, I'm like, what hats? Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Well, hopefully they make it. I had a package that was supposed to come in today, and it didn't show up. And I contacted Amazon, and they said that it was delivered by UPS, and I said, well. And then I looked up that number and I told them, well, it said it was delivered at 3:01, and I've been here almost all day. I had to run to town to get my car tags, but I was right back, and I've been here. And there hadn't been a UPS truck down this street because I can hear them. And, I turn and look when I hear a truck or something. GoPro 3 did not have color or other features that made it overheat. Yeah, well, they used a smaller processor in them too. I don't know what this one is. Oh. Well, GoPro, what does that say? Be a hero. It's just in the plastic case. I don't know. But my 11, I have the media mod on it. Mainly so I can plug in my external lav mics and stuff. Because that little microphone on the media mod is still not that great. I'm packaging them today, dropping them off tomorrow. You get it mid next week. Oh, okay, cool. I'll wear it on videos. I had one that I haven't worn yet, and I don't know if y'all are familiar with that brand. He was giving away a what's that hot Nissan car? GTR. He was giving away as GTR, or you could get the Mercedes. What do you call them? The big old square SUV. Anyway, so I bought that just to be in, and I thought, I can spend $20, and if I could get, G wagon, that's what it's called. So if I could win either one of them, I'd get rid of them. But that would have bought a nice, because that G wagon used was like $130,000. So the GTR was only like $90,000. I thought I'll take the G-Wagon and trade it in for a house. Sadly, I can't even buy a house hardly for $130,000 anymore. Someone broke my DeWalt jigsaw years ago. I need a good jigsaw. Did some research today and found that part of my DeWalt found the part for my DeWalt for 23 on Amazon. Can still buy my jigsaw for $190. That's a high dollar jigsaw. Getting closer to having everything I need to start making my own kitchen cabinet doors. Cool. I can hear Mom now. She's probably watching. She's like, I got kitchen cabinet doors. Somebody just put them on for me. Oh, yeah, it must be a good jigsaw. The only one I ever had probably was a Black & Decker. I don't know. But depends on how much you're using that stuff. It's like they used to make fun of the Buffalo tools and stuff. But if you don't use those tools very much, them cheap things are just as good as Matco or Craftsman or whatever, unless you're going to use them a lot. And then there is a huge difference. Pre-made doors I found are too expensive. Yeah, Mom's got cabinet doors and drawers, and I've told her, I said, but I don't think she has the hinges and stuff. That's when I get the hinges, I can put the cabinet doors on, but the drawers all have those, the rails and all that. And I've never done those, and I know if you don't get them straight and lined up right, they won't work right. But cabinet doors, I don't know, just stick them up there and put 2 screws in there and call it a day. I'm sure there's probably a little more to it, but that's the way I would do it, as long as they open and close. Have a good Craftsman jigsaw too. It's like, I don't think. One thing I got is chainsaws. I got a little. I think I have one. I might have 2. I think I only have one little electric battery operated chainsaw, and then I've got you can put a 16 or 18-inch blade on it. It looks like a full size chainsaw, and it's 60 volt. Man, that sucker cuts. It's not going to keep up with a good gas one, but that's the only thing I have as far as cutting stuff, and I've used them to cut 2x4s and things like that. But I didn't need accurate cuts either. I think Emily's got a rip saw, and she had a jigsaw, but a couple of 3 years ago, whatever, I cleaned her shed out and threw a bunch of stuff away and got it all organized. Craftsman's good stuff. I got a Craftsman toolbox. It was my dad's. It's over at my son-in-law's. I'm assuming it's still there. I didn't have nowhere to put it, so I just said, when him and my daughter was together, I said, look, y'all can put it in the garage, and it's mine, but y'all can use whatever's in it. There wasn't a whole lot left in it. Maybe a couple of grinders, and those old Makita grinders. Those newer style hinges are another thing I need a tool for, called a concealed door hinge jig. Cart on it. Well, if you didn't live so far, we'd probably have a job for you. If you're handy with doing all that stuff, but I don't know. Mom's gone so long without drawers and cabinet doors that she's probably used to not having them now. It's easy to get the stuff. Maybe someday we'll get it on there. I think I can do the cabinet doors, but like I said, the drawers, that's a whole different ball game. I've never made a cabinet doors before. It's easy enough. Put your mind to it. If it's something you want to do, you'll probably be able to do it. Like an old jig yesterday. You talking over my head. I kind of know some of that, what you're talking about, but I haven't been around it much. It's all on YouTube University. Oh, yeah. How did we ever get things done before YouTube? It had to depend on finding somebody that knew how to do it to teach you. Then I guess Google come along or AOL came along, whatever. Then YouTube, and now pretty much do whatever you want to do. If you want to take the time to watch the videos, yeah, the library. Yep. I picked up on enough stuff to do a little bit, but was that jack of all trades, master of none, and that's me. I learned early in life that I'm a good enough mechanic to know that I'm not a mechanic. You can flat screw a carburetor up real quick, and then people would say, "Yeah, you tighten it all the way, and then turn 3 turns back off, and it will run perfect." Yeah, that carburetor never ran right until actually somebody worked on it that knew what they was doing. I don't know. Yeah, I can do enough to get by. Malaysia. That's just south of Fort Worth, isn't it? How's it going? Living long. We just hanging out, talking about a little bit of everything, nothing in particular. Where did Steve go? Well, we went from GoPros to we went from restaurants. I would like to get down to Corpus, try that barbecue place and the seafood. I got so much I want to do. So much to do and so little time to do it, and even less money to do it. Isn't that life? Oh, still dishes. You know, I've got a dishwasher, but I bet I've been in here probably a year and a half, and I bet I've used that dishwasher 3 times, maybe 4 times. But it's just me. You know, every once in a while, Emily will come over and eat, but 99% of the time it's just me. So, you know, and I use paper plates. So I might have a bowl, silverware. I always got silverware to wash, but it's not enough. It would take me a month to get a half a load of dishes in that dishwasher. So now I just hand wash everything. It's easier. My dishwasher is broke, so it's just a drying rack. Well, hey, it works. Out of sight, out of mind. At least you know the dishes in the dishwasher are clean. You don't have to say, "Did I run that dishwasher or not?" So, you know, you didn't run it, so there you go. They're clean. And I was so looking forward to going to that Bowie flea market next month, but looking at the forecast, it's supposed to be raining Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Uh, so I don't know. Saturday is like 66 and rain. Sunday is like 70 and thunderstorms. that that might put a damper on my plans because I really needed to make some money this time. Have to roll with it. Oh, there it is. It's hitting me. I'm getting a little chilly. My tummy's full. I don't know if that might be part of aging, not getting old, but just getting older. After you eat something, you just get really relaxed. Like on Thanksgiving, they say that turkey has whatever chemical that is in it that makes you sleepy. And I think every food I eat now makes me sleepy. About 20, 30 minutes after I eat, I could take a nap. I told Emily, I said, we'll keep eating like this. We're going to have to start walking from the house to the restaurant and then walk back. That way we can work off a little bit of what we're just indulged in. Not that, I think it's a couple of miles, probably a mile there and a mile back, mile and a half maybe. Mile and a half there. No, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably a mile or in there. A couple mile walk. But if I get my Dirty Shoes adventures going again, I will be walking a lot more. And I don't have a boat yet, so where I fish, I'll be walking because it's an adventure. I guess I just realized before I get that security camera, I really need to get the brakes. Dirty Shoes Adventure is the best channel name. Did I ever tell you how I come up? I think I mentioned it before how I come up with the Dirty Shoes Adventures, but every time I went camping, or if I didn't tell you, but I'll tell you whether you ask for it or not. But every time I'd go to the lake, going camping or fishing or whatever, every single time, there's always one shoe somewhere that you're going to be walking around at, and I mean it's everywhere I've ever went. There's always been one shoe, sometimes two, most time just one shoe. Like might be a flip flop, but I guess they get so muddy or whatever, or they break and they just leave them, and that's kind of how I came up with that name. There you have it, and that's the rest of the story. Review a boat, get it for free. I wish they did have those stand-up paddle boards. I've seen several of those. And I have seen a couple of times the inflatable kayaks. I just kind of worry about the inflatable kayaks because if I wasn't fishing, they would probably be fine. But fishing, I don't know. Warming over the next 2 days, okay? Why do so many people leave shoes? I don't know. I guess they get muddy and everything. Because they probably lost the other shoe in the mud. They just kicked that one off too. And by the time I come around, it's dried up or whatever. I don't know, but every lake that I've been to, even a lot of times you can just go to a state park and down by the boat ramps there'll be a shoe, maybe a flip flop, but just a shoe. I'm assuming that they probably stepped down in the mud and because that mud will suck. You probably will walk through mud, but it'll suck your foot, and you can't hardly get your foot out of it. At least least this clay that's in this part of Texas. And I figure they get one shoe in there or 1 foot in there, and they go to pulling their foot out, and that shoe just gets stuck in the mud and comes off. And then they'll just kick the other one off and throw it away. Just leave it. Everywhere I go, if you walk around enough, there you'll find a shoe. That I almost had to leave some nice rubber boots when I was working for the city. There was a water leak, and I stepped off in it. I was putting an orange safety fence around a big area, to keep, because it was dangerous. And I went down to about knee deep. Luckily, I was training the guy, and he was with me. I'd have been in a bad situation had he not have been with me. He wound up, all we had was a chain. We didn't have a rope. He wound up getting the chain out and pitching it over to me, and I got a hold of it, and he kind of helped pull me out of it. And, I could help myself, but with his help, I got out of it. And the rubber boots stayed home, but I almost lost them. They were full of mud. Wound up calling my boss and asking if I could go home and take a shower. Because, because when I laid over, I had mud all over the front of me. It was a disaster. I was thinking people are fishing and pull out a shoe instead of a fish, then have it on their grill, hoping person finds it. I've grilled in. Was it? I know. Could have been my mom or dad. One of us pulled in a fishing in the boat in the lake, pulled up a boot. I can't remember if it was a rubber boot or what. I just remember one of us pulled a boot in. She might text me in a minute and tell me if she remembers. I'd been at Lake Wichita. Can't remember, a long time ago. Man, the legend is here. Big adventure. Size 8 or smaller shoes. Throw it back. Yeah, there you go. Yep, if it ain't at least a 9 or a 10, it's out of there. I won't forget my trip to Colorado. About different sizes of fish. When we went to New Mexico, I caught the rainbow trout. It was like that, and I thought that's cool. And then when we went to Colorado, fished in some lake there, I forgot what it was, and I got a real trout. I guess that's the difference between brook trout and lake trout. I don't know. I'm not a trout fisherman, but there was a huge difference, and it was fun. Started wearing glasses. I know, an old 46-year-old. Hey, I got my reading spectacles right here. Product review, but hey, they work. Got one pair in here, one pair in the living room. Got a third pair somewhere. I don't know. There's a 3-pack. I'm a 10.5 wide. For the first time I've wore wide shoes. It was a review, and they actually kind of comfortable. They don't keep your toes all cramped up. I think they're keepers. I'm just going to keep them. Most of the time I get these work boots and stuff and I sell them. But these shoes I think I'm going to keep. Some this. Cardiac surgery went for a second opinion and said prescribed glasses would work. I just picked up glasses up with my eye doctor now. Actually, I do have some prescription glasses I couldn't even tell you where they're at. And what sucks about it is they don't give you a discount for just one prescription lens. You have to pay for both prescription lenses, which I don't think that's right. Not when you don't need one, but one. I paid, I don't know, it was like $300 though, but I liked the frames, and I thought if I'm going to have to wear them, I want to like the frames. They're going to be comfortable. But when I was driving, it was like you'd see four headlights coming at you instead of just the two. I spent $300 for them and polarized and whatever they got it. These were those no line bifocals. I think that's what made it look like four headlights. Is it you got to turn your head just right to get to see, and I wasn't used to it. These reading glasses are all I need so far. I used to have really good eyesight, but I guess with age, and plus you put all the wear and tear on one eye because you can't compensate with the other one. Yes, those no liner progressive lenses. That's what I got. Yeah, yeah. I was scared I was going to need cataract surgery. 40,000. Wow. Oh, for that laser, laser. Is it LASIK surgery? Hmm. That's what I got to make sure because I have to wind up, because I think they do one eye at a time with me. I mean, it's, obviously you're not going to do one of them, but I'll be down and out until it heals. Maybe my one eye will last until I don't care anymore and they're putting me in the ground. No cataracts here, but Doc said I have a slight stigmatization in one eye. Gotta take care of your eyes. I think I think I'd rather be completely deaf than blind, completely blind. I mean, I'd miss hearing everything, but at least I could still see it. And if you can't see it, you can hear it, but I'd rather see than hear. If you had a choice. Oh, 9:49. That one, I don't know what made my phone beep that time. Oh, 9:59. Human body detected. There ain't no human body out there. It was a pickup truck. I heard it. I'm blaming on smart. I think a lot of my loss of sight is computers. I was worked at Blue Cross and Blue Shield for a while, just staring at a computer, and then I would stare at it when I got home, and here I am still staring at it. But they've improved the quality of computers versus what they had then. They got that blue screen, not the blue screen of death, but it's that blue tint or whatever it is. It's supposed to be less stressful on your eyes. For my dad and sister collapsing, more cautious about health now. Had to take care of the eating part. Went to a dentist, a doctor. Now the fun part, a full body exam. It's got me some readers from Amazon. Those blue lenses to block the harmful light. I hear a car and I keep looking over the camera and the device is in sleep mode. It bugs me. I know it's recording, but it bugs me. That I need to write a comment. You know, I don't know if y'all watched that video or not, but I had one and I put the camera back in the back of the carport. It had a magnet on it, just sticks. You just charge it up. And it said it would last 45 days, and it has been 2 months. So they last longer than 45 days. But I guess it depends on how many times it goes off. That's probably an average, but it's still got bar power on it. It's a good little camera. But I never thought about it, but I left it running on my phone earlier just to see if it would time out or go to sleep or whatever, like this one does, and it did. It's to save the battery. This one, solar panel may not, it's down to 3 bars. The solar panel may not be good enough to keep it strong because it was 100% earlier today because I took it off the power bank and now it's down to 3 bars and it's just now 10 o'clock. They have to figure something out. I've got another brand new camera that I just did a review on, but a while back, but I saved it in case I needed a replacement. And I really don't know why I need a camera. It's just kind of nice to, when you're sitting there, just kind of turn over and look and see what's happening out there. I sure like my car. Just wished I could afford to drive it. I'm not complaining. Yet. 10:04. I don't know what is Ray and Wendy. I haven't been on anybody's live streams. Haven't been very good lately. Steve's not live. Well, he's not live anyway. They may have went. I don't know if they're still in the hotel or not. Hopefully they got all that straightened out. Over there. Anyway, I think I'm going to get off of here and I might watch some YouTube for a little bit and then go lay down and watch Bonanza or something. It's kind of nice. I don't really have anything to look up, so I'm 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 pretty content right now. Just got that metal cabinet put together, and although I do have a recliner that's supposed to be here tomorrow, we'll see if it shows up. But it won't be that big a deal. Might be getting another mobility scooter. I like those high ticket items. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and let y'all get back to doing whatever you is doing. And thanks for hanging out. And Just chilling. Oh, you are still here, Pork Chop. You've been quiet. Yeah. Yep. Y'all have a good night, and thanks for being here and hanging. I already said hanging out. Anyway, I must be getting tired. Anyway, I'm out. Appreciate y'all being here. Y'all keep smiling, and I will see y'all next time, Lord willing. Y'all have a good night. Bye.